Well, good afternoon, guys. I am at the bottom of Death Valley right now, and I managed to find what looks like an actual super bloom that is still in action and has survived this intense heat wave. Just look at all that. Now, something I'm noticing is that a lot of what's the super blooms I drive by are very monotypic. I mean, there's definitely more than one species here, but it's very dominated by just one species in a different area, and this is definitely Geraea canescens, commonly known as the desert sunflower. Now, Geraea canescens helps a member of Helianthinae, I'm pretty sure it is, which is the sunflower tribe, like the proper sunflower tribe, which is most diverse in North America, especially in the West. It is the third largest of the tribes in the sunflower family, from over 2,000 species. And it is an annual, because that's what super bloom species have to do to survive here. Their strategy is to basically produce seeds that'll only germinate when conditions are right, and they'll live for one season, which can be very quickly, or be over very quick, and they'll set seed again, and then most seeds will only germinate when the time is right. Every year you'll get maybe a few wildflowers. Last time I was here, which is actually just last year, I really can't overstate how bare these areas were. Almost none of us would have been growing. So it's really quite incredible to see all the wildflowers out and about right now. But let's see what else I can find. In the world of non-super bloom plants, meaning plants that don't just grow during super blooms, I'm pretty sure this is Tidestromia obongifolia. Can't remember what its common name is, but it is a member of Amaranthaceae that's very common in like the Mojave and certain other valleys. There's a fly on me, I hope he's not going to bite me. Certain other warmer deserts in the western United States. And we also have this boraginaceous guy here. Actually, this is, I think, more of a super bloom species. This is Johnstonella angustifolia. I'm not sure what separates it from like Cryptantha or Facilia. Like, it looks like it could be one of those things, but it's obviously very boraginaceous with those sort of scorpioid inflorescences. Just love that I try and make educational videos when I can barely talk. How cool is that? Get a great view of the Geraea canescens there. How about an even better view right there? It's so bright, I actually have to use dimmer, less light absorbing, or less sensitive settings than I normally would. And I saw a Chorizanthe rigida around here, which I'm trying to find, but I lost it. And it's so annoying. But man, what a nice super bloom this is. And there's plenty to be nicer ones on the way soon. I might not be doing my regular thanks for watching and see you next time while I'm here, just because it's a little bit tricky to know when I'm going to end clips and start different videos. I mean, end videos and start new ones. Obviously I know when a clip ends. This is a very large Atrichoseris platyphyllus, I'm pretty sure. Member Sicoroideae. Slightly less common, but actually one of the more common super bloom species I'm seeing out here. So I pull a leaf off there and have some milky sap. It's commonly called gravel ghost, presumed because it's like a ghost and a transient ghost on these gravelly areas. But man, it looks really cool to me. And we got this Chaenactis carphoclinia or carphoclinia, something like that. The Chaenactis I'm more familiar where I live in the Wasatch is Chaenactis douglasii. It seems like growing on gravelly areas. Just like that, it doesn't have any ray florets. Very cool plant. I like the Chaenactises. But where is that Chorizanthe rigida? That's also not really a typical super bloom species. It's a perennial, unlike, and not an annual like most of these. So obviously it lives year after year, and it's very spiny. So if I find that, I'll let you guys know. I'll keep looking a little bit longer. There is an Atrichoseris platyphyllus in bloom. See, just like other Sicoroideas, it's got no disc florets, at least if I can get a little bit close to it. Only the ligules of ray florets with the 5 teeth at the tips of the petals, or legals, as I should say. I don't think I need to explain what a sunflower is again, how it's actually just multiple flowers that look like one flower. But where is that Chorizanthe rigida? It's actually bugging me a lot because I want to move on, but I can't find this plant. And I would like to talk about it. There it is. This is a new growth, and that's the older growth that is very spiny, so much so that I don't even want to touch it. It's a member of Polygonaceae. It's also known as a devil's spineflower. Chorizanthe is a genus that actually has most of its diversity within the California floristic region, not in like the desert region. Now you might be wondering, what are you talking about? Isn't Death Valley National Park in California? How is it not part of the California floristic region? Well, the California floristic region is really not all of California. It is actually an area centered mostly on the Mediterranean climate portions of California, west of the Sierra, west of the Coast Ranges, that has very dry summers, unlike the Mojave, which gets a little bit of rain. Very intense summers, actually. That can be quite cool near the coast, but very hot sometimes, but also mild winters that rarely get frost or snow. Sorry, more motorcycles. Why are there so many motorcycles here? Anyways, rarely gets snow, and fairly somewhat reliable rain in the wintertime. It's a very tough environment, and most Chorizanthe species, with the exception of, I think, 3 or 4, one of these being this one, are found wider, more broadly in the desert regions. Okay, now let's move on. And this plant right here is Eremalche rotundifolia. It's known as Desert 5 spot for a reason I'll let you figure out on your own. It is a member of Malvaceae, so it's got like the stamens that are fused around the central style, like a little tube. 5 petals that look like they're fused, but they're actually not. And yeah, just a really interesting plant, I think. Another classic super bloom wildflower, annual. Not exactly super bloom stuff, but it's the next day and I'm now up to about 2,000 feet on the west side of the Funeral Mountains. See Death Valley all the way out over there. Got some blooming cacti. This is a Cylindropuntia echinocarpa. Seems to be the most hardy, or drought hardy and cold hardy of the major Chollas you'll find around here. They're just starting to come into bloom. I imagine it'll be much better in April. It's not the only cacti I'm seeing out here blooming though. We got, oh look at that, it's a cooked Opuntia basilaris. It's like it's almost a little bit burnt or just dried and desiccated. Got some interesting insects and bacteria are going to be feeding upon that. But you also got over here a living, partly dead, but still clearly very healthy, blooming Opuntia basilaris, a beaver tail cacti. So named because I guess their tail or paddles look like a beaver's tail. What's really notable about them, I haven't talked about them in this video yet, is that they don't have any spines, but they do have the annoying prickly glockid, so they're still definitely a deterrent to herbivory. But you know, maybe slightly less annoying to eat, but the glockids are pretty bad, honestly. They're almost as bad as the regular spines if you get them in their skin, because they're just annoying and itchy and eventually get infected like a month after the fact. Got a scar on my finger from when that happened. And another thing at this site, it's quite nice, is this Saurophamnus arborescens. It's the Mojave indigo bush. Now, Saurophamnus is a genus in the pea family with these beautiful purple flowers. That is mostly in the warm deserts of North America, so Mojave, Sonora, and Chihuahua. Maybe further south in some cases. Like, I think at least 6 species in California, but I think there's a few others elsewhere. Maybe a few specimens that grow more into the Great Basin as well, but see, it's just got tons of bees on it too. They're really loving this. I mean, the insects here are absolutely loving the super bloom in general. This might be a tentative. Thanks for watching and see you next time. But also, I think there's a good chance we'll see more stuff to talk about soon.